one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, thank you for all coming today. Just a reminder, out in the entryway there's a meeting participation survey. We use it for our public outreach and to understand who our audiences are at NIRPC. So we appreciate whenever you fill out. I think are they yellow still?
Yes.
Thank you. They're the yellow sheet. It really does help the agency. Thank all of you for coming today. I think many of you are aware of the icy conditions, so I kind of delayed until everybody who wanted to be here had a chance to come. I think we'll see others. And I have no doubt that there's issues with 65 among others.
65 plus side roads as well.
Yeah. Well, I was on 65 yesterday and they were patching the center line, so there are huge delays in Lake County. Especially southbound. We have the minutes of the February 13th TPC meeting in front of you. Are there any errors or corrections, comments? I'd like to apologize again. I had a meeting the same day as the last meeting, so that's why I entered later in the meeting. In fact, I'm skipping that meeting right now as we speak. Rarely we have a conflict with two of them in a row. So do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, so moved. Public comment on agenda items. The sheet's blank, but I'll take any public comment if somebody would like to comment on the agenda items. Seeing none, we're going to move on. Implementation planning. On pages 3 to 34 of your report, Greenways and Blueways 2020 Public Plan Comment Report. Mr. Orlock is going to.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning.
Good morning.
We all had a nice slide into work today. I did. On page 3 to 34, we're going to take both of these agenda items back to back. They're related. The first one involves the public comment report regarding the Greenways and Blueways 2020 plan. This report outlines, I believe, 9 comments that were submitted to NIRPC that were submitted through a variety of medium. We had comments on email, we had phone comments, we had comments on our comment public meeting. We also had some oral comments as well that we took in during the time. And that was during the 30-day period that lasted from February 1st to March 2nd. As you well know, this plan has been germinating for quite some time, and we actually had a previous public comment period on the same plan over a year ago. So that's why we don't have maybe as many comments, because people were, I believe, satisfied from the previous round. However, as you can see here, going through the comment, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. Starting on page 4, and you're looking at the numbers on the very bottom right-hand side, not to be confused with the comment report. On page 4 of the agenda, starting there and continuing with page 5, you see there was some issues regarding naming of some of the waterways. We had a lot of waterway concerns came up for the public. We talked about that in great detail at our Ped Pedal and Paddle meeting back on March 1st. There was some modification that will be made there. We did not deem any of the comments to be significant. If you look on page 6, there's another comment under number 4 that will be revised. These are very minor revisions of the text of the plan that we are going to adjust. And again, there were some revisions regarding comments made on page 9 of the comment report. There's also an attachment that unpacks in detail the LaPorte County Conservation Trust comments. Many of these comments were the reason why we had to bring back the report to the staff for significant modification previously. We believe we've addressed them adequately, and we addressed the people from the Conservation Trust during the panel meeting. So that is the summary of the comment report, and I'll be more than happy to take any questions from the NIRPC membership on the report.
Any comments or additions, questions? Are you sure?
I'll just move on to the next item under implementation planning, item number B, which is the action on the Greenways and Blueways resolution, the adoption of the plan, or at least recommendation of adoption to the commission. That starts on page 35. You'll have the resolution before you. As I said before, this is the adoption resolution. The plan has been recommended for adoption by both the Environmental Management Policy Committee and the Pedal and Paddle Committee back on our March 1st meeting. So it's before you for recommendation to the Executive Board.
Any questions for Mitch on the resolution? Have you had a chance to read it yet?
Need a motion, Mr. Chairman?
Pardon?
Do you need a motion, Mr. Chairman?
I do.
I'll make a motion to recommend resolution 1807 to the executive board.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We'll just move on now.
Thank you.
Thank you. The 2040 Comprehensive Regional Plan Update Companion Amendment. And that's number 5 in the public comment.
Good morning, Committee, members and commissioners. In January, the TPC recommended to the Commission to adopt safety targets as part of the fulfillment of USDOT's performance-based planning requirements. As a reminder, the Commission chose to support the Indiana Department of Transportation safety targets. We relayed this information to INDOT by the deadline in February, and then we have to amend our transportation improvement. First, we have to amend the comprehensive regional plan to reflect the safety targets and our commitment to working towards them by our programming projects and our planning activities. So we put this amendment out for 30-day public comment period. We received no public comments, and we are seeking today action to recommend to the Commission to adopt the amendment number 5 to the regional plan.
Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 18-5. That's good.
Go ahead, a second.
Second.
Do we have any other discussion?
It's resolution 1803, correct?
I beg your pardon, 1803, I'm sorry.
Hearing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? So moved. So,
Speaking.
pardon? We're fine.
So just as we just recommended to adopt the amendment to the comprehensive regional plan, we must also adopt an amendment to the transportation improvement program. This would be known as transportation improvement program amendment number 9. It also went out for a 30-day public comment period. We also received no public comments on incorporating the safety targets into the transportation improvement program. So we are also seeking a recommendation to the Commission to adopt this.
So moved.
Okay, and Dean was the second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? So moved.
Thank you.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I have the TIP amendments, Resolution 1805, Amendment Number 10, which are local amendments, or amendments to the TIP on the LPA side. There's several of them in there. Most of them are, they were in the TIP previously and somehow did not get moved over into the current TIP. So we're adding those in there. A lot of house cleaning. Some projects had right of way on them and no longer need right of way. Or some projects were eliminated.
This is a constant process, of course, but if you see anything that affects your community or county, contact Charles, and I think we can correct it pretty handily, just like we did on these. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chairman, this will approve resolution number 18-05.
Second.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody against?
Thank you very much. Moving on to Resolution 1806, Amendment Number 11. These are NDOT projects, or in the case of the first two, federal projects. These were given to me by NDOT to put into the TIP.
Any questions, comments? Any additional information that might want to provide?
Not particular. These are bridge preservation projects. We get them on a more short-term cycle. They're more maintenance type work that we contract out. So, and a few signal maintenance type work types that have a little more shorter development.
And here again, if there's anything that we need to program and work with your agency, we're more than happy to have it. It's to the benefit of all of our communities. Any other discussion? Seeing none, do I have a motion?
For resolution number 18-06.
Second.
Thank you. And we have, I'll see, we'll have a second. Thank you. Everybody at once. Any other discussion? Saying none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? So moved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carlos. Now we move on to topic of committee reports, Environmental Management Policy Committee. Do we have a report this morning? Yeah, Kathy was here. Okay, fine, we'll move on. Ed?
No, she's no report.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you yet. Let's go to pet, pedal, and paddle.
That'll be me. Okay, I'm here. And I'll also say that NIRPC did meet on March 1st, and so did Pet Pedal and Paddle. And as I mentioned in my public comment report on Greenway Blueway 2020, that was the major focus of both the meetings, to review and to push forward that plan for recommendation to this body. And of course, thank you for moving it forward to the executive board. They will be meeting this Thursday. Hopefully we'll have a quorum, but we're working on it. And our next Pet Pedal and Paddle committee meeting, as well as NIRPC, will both be on April 5th. We will be getting out. Now, NIRPC is meeting at 9 a.m. That's fine. They've always met at 9 a.m. But Pet Pedal and Paddle, we're going to put out a survey regarding preference on either meeting at 11 a.m. or 1:30 p.m. that we have the meeting at. We get people kind of telling us one way or the other. We want to get a sense of if it matters to anybody, what time do they meet, or if it's a big deal if somebody can't meet at a certain time. So expect that poll to be sent out today. Thank you.
Kathy's not here, but I would like to compliment part of the presentation at the NIRPC was on the Brownfield grant program and update, and it was very informative for the audience that was there. So hopefully we'll see and encourage increase from the communities in pursuing brownfield redevelopment.
Keep revisiting that particular issue, which I think is good, but we haven't let loose of it. Because in my whole time here, it's something that's needed, but we really haven't taken full advantage of the opportunities. Thank you. Transit Operators Roundtable.
Last month, the transit operators met where we finalized the capital requirements of the new project selection process. Today, we are meeting right after this meeting in the Dune Room. We're going to finalize the final criteria for our entire project selection process for the new projects.
Any questions? Sorry? Surface Transportation Committee.
Surface Transportation Committee did not meet in March, so there's no report, but their next meeting is Tuesday, April 3rd at 9 a.m. in this room, so stay tuned.
Any questions for him? No? Okay. Land Use Committee. Do we have a report from Land Use Committee?
I don't see E-Man in the room, but I believe they do meet next week. So, 10 o'clock, what day is that? Is it in our thing here? Yes, Wednesday, March 21st, 10 a.m. We're ahead of ourselves. Thanks, Will.
When in doubt, look through the web page or the
Exactly.
back page of the NIRPC meetings events. The web page is more reliable, I think, in the long run.
Yes, sir.
Going back to reports from planning partners. Do we have any report from Joyce?
Joyce is on the phone. You may see the
Hello, I'm here. We're just busy reviewing NIRPC's UPWP right now and submitting the comments to INDOT. That's about all I have to report right now. I'll be back next month and reporting on the certification review.
Okay, thank you.
And that's the same for FTA as well.
Pardon?
That's the same for FTA as well. We're jointly reviewing the WP.
Maybe an overlook.
That's okay.
So we will look forward to that report, hopefully next week.
Yes.
And any neighboring regional planning agencies here today, or any announcements regarding them? Anybody from Southeast Wisconsin, Southwest Michigan, Northeast Illinois? Okay, we have an emerging trends presentation. The right to walk.
Thank you. The right to walk. We presented this at the Ped Panel Committee meeting. We think it's quite comprehensive. I know a lot of these policies, a lot of these design ideas, you've been beating through your head for the last couple of decades, but it's always good to get a refresher course, and this presentation does a nice job in making it a lot clearer and bringing up some other ideas that were new to us as well. So, James, can you hit the light and show it, please, or Charles, thank you.
It's the most common form of transport in the world. We all do it a little differently, but it's our most common way to travel. Walking is immediate, carbon-free, and free. Just people connecting directly with their environment and with those around them. Walking creates communities. It's also healthy. We've long known that regular walking can reduce our risk of a whole host of chronic diseases, but recent studies have directly linked living in walkable neighborhoods with lower rates of obesity and diabetes. Good for health, good for the environment, good for the community. Walking is a basic human right. So why are so many of our urban spaces so hard to walk in? The answer is simple. In the world's biggest and fastest growing cities, people have been displaced by cars, and cities designed for cars are not good for pedestrians. Millions risk their lives every day to get where they need to go. All over the world, half of the 1.3 million people killed in road crashes each year are pedestrians, cyclists, or motorcyclists. Traffic injuries are the leading cause of death in people 15 to 29. Traffic collisions also cause between 20 and 50 million injuries every year and are a major cause of disability. In the world's fastest growing cities, deaths from traffic collisions are expected to grow to 2.4 million a year by 2030, even though the majority of the people in these cities don't own cars. In African cities such as Kinshasa and Dar es Salaam, 70% of the population travel primarily by foot or bicycle. In Asian cities like Guangzhou and Manila, around half do. More than 90% of the world's road deaths occur in low and middle income countries, but these countries only have 48% of the world's vehicles. Despite the hazards of a car-focused environment and the many benefits of walking, most cities still spend the majority of their transport budget building more roads for cars, making life ever more hazardous for pedestrians. These investments encourage more people to drive, which creates yet more demand for cars. And so the cycle continues. But we can change that cycle. Bustling streets full of walkers are one of the best indicators of a thriving city with safe, interesting neighborhoods and a vibrant economy. We can achieve this by improving the walkability of our communities. What do we mean by walkability? A walkable city should be designed around the pedestrian first and cars later. Walkable cities should have a safe, complete pedestrian realm made up of well-lit walkways and crosswalks with at least 2 meters of clear space that provide good mobility for everyone. Direct and varied walking routes that are shorter than motor vehicle routes and that improve access to goods, services, and transit. Attractive public spaces and engaging storefronts that make streets lively and interesting and improve safety. Shade and shelter to keep pedestrian routes temperate and comfortable, allowing people to walk even on the hottest or wettest days. Compact neighborhoods with a mixture of residences, services, and businesses that reduce the need for vehicular travel and promote active public spaces at all hours of the day. These walkable neighborhoods, connected by high-quality transit, should provide a comprehensive system of pedestrian mobility throughout the city. In 2015, the United Nations Environment Program found that although 75% of countries' budgets allocated funds to sustainable transport, only 4% made specific allocations for walking neighborhoods. We can do better. This shift in focus has begun. City leaders are recognizing the importance of walking to the health of their residents and the vibrancy of their urban environments. Vision Zero is changing policies for pedestrians all over the world. In 2012, Mexico City revitalized its historic center, transforming it with bus and pedestrian-only streets, a massive cycling network, and a hugely successful bike share program. Chennai, India, has set a target to shift 60% of its transport budget to walking and cycling. The city plans to develop complete streets with sidewalks, cycle paths, and organized parking. Pune, India, has proposed spending 50% of its transport budget on footpaths, cycle tracks, and bus rapid transit. American cities are also looking at ways to improve walkability. Detroit is shifting focus to active streets, outdoor seating, ground-level retail, and transit in the city center. And Houston has initiated a whole host of changes to encourage its residents to embrace walking. A shift to walkable communities is a shift to healthier populations, a cleaner environment, and more efficient urban spending. When it's so right to walk, shouldn't every city defend the right to walk?
Hit the lights, please. Thank you. As an epilogue to this, I understand that many, if not all those communities in that presentation are well beyond the scale of the communities in Northwest Indiana. It doesn't matter. Our communities need to start thinking about these as well. I not only work with bike and pedestrian matters, I also keep on with policies and emerging trends regarding walk-ups, which is a terminology for businesses that are within walking distance of residential areas and, of course, places of commercial and services are becoming extremely attractive. The way the internet is working now, our box store retailers are folding. People are doing shopping now online more and more. People are actually looking at places where they can access closer to places where they work. That's why business parks are taking a hit as well. So you can call it millennials doing whatever they're doing, but they're actually wanting to be closer to the places that they need to be at. And it's really a desire for all people to be in that way as well. That's why most of the European cities that we admire, or maybe downtown Chicago and other major metropolitan areas, are attractive because you can walk about everywhere you go, you can bike about everywhere you want to go as well. So we can adopt these principles quite readily at our own local levels. We do have livable centers that we've been promoting here at NIRPC for many years. We're going to continue to promote that. We're going to continue to allocate money to make sure that our areas here in Northwest Indiana become more walkable and bikeable, and again, become more attractive for people that live here. Thank you.
Now, most of us have ordinances for traditional neighborhood design, special zoning districts. I think I agree with Mitch that we should pursue these more emphatically. We're running into a generation that really does want to be closer to work, more in the old, call it in the old American tradition as well as European tradition. So,
Right.
any other comments, questions? We'll move on to other business, staff announcements, and upcoming meetings. Do we have any other business to report?
Oh. As FHWA and FTA mentioned about the Unified Planning Work Program, that is currently out for public comment. It went out for public comment on March 5th. It is available until April 4th to make a comment, and we expect to take action on it on April 10th TPC meeting, the April 19th commission meeting. So please take a look. It is our work program for the next 2 years of staff between ourselves and the commission on all of the activities within the region. Thank you.
Thank you. Please come at the next meeting to take a report. I mean, everybody. That's our homework. Yes, Kelly.
I just wanted to inform the committee that the Wesley NEPA clearance has been left from FTA. The final environmental impact statement was published in the Federal Register on March 9th. It is available on our website.
Thank you very much. Making progress.
Yeah.
Any other announcements for business?
Yes, Mr. Chair, a couple. First, I didn't have this on the agenda, and I didn't have the handout. I apologize. On March 20th, we're having an ADA workshop here at NIRPC regarding adaptable outdoor strategies for recreation. And that was announced quite readily, and I think we put out the announcement as well through constant contact. I don't know how much space we have left for that, but we're going to be needing that to be filled up very shortly here, seeing that it's next week. And probably today we're going to put out the announcement statewide and region-wide, and we're expecting to fill it up at that point. It's quite a unique presentation on these matters, and we hope to see this one filled a week from today. I also wanted to show you the chart that's on the wall here that you also got a copy of. You can't read it on the wall. I know the numbers are this small. This involves a Tiger grant. The Tiger Awards were announced last Friday by the United States Department of Transportation. Unfortunately, the Marquette Greenway was not selected as part of the award process. Trey was nice and brave enough to put together these charts to break down where that money went to. As you can see, rural awards, the very top left-hand side of the paper. Rural awards outspent urban awards 66 to 33%. So you understand that that was the focus of this Tiger grant right from the start. The other significant chart is the wheel on the bottom left, and that breaks down where the awards went to. As you can see, there's a very little sliver there for trail awards. Only 5% of the total near $500 million went to trails. 10 million of those went to a hunting path in the very western part of Alaska. So trails weren't exactly funded in Alaska. And Philadelphia received the other $10 million to complete a previous Tiger project. So that said, it was an uphill climb for the project to begin with. I did have a very enlightening conversation with the United States DOT official yesterday. He wanted to go on at length telling me that my project or our project was not sufficient. Thank you for that. But he does not know if there will be another announcement for Tiger grants coming up this year based on the budget that has been currently forwarded by the President regarding infrastructure. If it does come forward, according to this official, there may be an entirely new set of parameters regarding focus. It could revert back to an urban focus, and again, our trail project could be looked upon more favorably regarding that. So we are going to try again, and I will be talking to all the stakeholders personally and in a group about what we'll do next. And I know many of you are in the room today, and again, I appreciate the support that you helped out with regarding this very difficult and very challenging application. And it put the Greenway on the map. That's the best part of this. And we have a lot of excitement in many areas, especially in the state of Michigan right now. They're moving light speed ahead to get their section done. And so hopefully the next tire will come out and we'll be part of that. Thank you again. Take any questions on any of this? Thank you.
In my opinion, staff did an outstanding job. We were being overly optimistic. We really, and I was kind of pessimistic that I could see anything out of it, except it was a good exercise, and I think it's got great potential in the near future. So I'm a little bit more optimistic than Mitch about where this can lead to, and we'll be calling on you at the end. So I appreciate your efforts. We should at least say that. Because hopefully we'll be in the hunt again for this grant money or something very similar.
Call it a hunting trail.
Well, they're going to reformulate and they'll have different objectives next time, unfortunately. If we'd only known.
Yes, if we only knew.
Any other announcements? Other staff announcements? We have a list of meetings coming up. Probably most significant will be in my opinion, the NIRPC Executive Board will be attending to the resolutions that you forwarded today. Thank you very much. NIRPC offices will be closed on March 30th, 2018. And our next technical planning committee will be Tuesday, April 10th. And I've talked to staff a little bit about this. I'm suggesting maybe we do a meeting at 1:30 on Tuesday afternoon instead of 9 o'clock Tuesday mornings. How do people feel about that generally?
I prefer mornings.
Mornings.
Everybody here prefers the morning?
Flexible. He's a flexible guy.
No, I'm flexible.
So am I, actually.
Yeah.
We have the whole day clear on Tuesday, so. And we could do it later in the morning, or.
I think morning.
Yeah, Mark.
The transit operators typically meet right after this meeting. So it's convenient for the operators to have that day. So if you were to change the time of this one, then the transit operators would just time it.
That's why I'm suggesting afternoon, there'd be plenty of time for that.
And actually for my organization, the 9 o'clock and the one following works. I couldn't do the afternoons.
Okay. Fair enough. I just.
Yeah.
Not afraid of making changes, but if I go ahead and stay with the same.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll.
Say for black ice, but otherwise.
Well, we're on other things. We'll continue next month. We will meet at 9 a.m. then at April 10th, Tuesday, at this room, this place. Any other thing good for the cause? I'll adjourn the meeting then. Thank you.